All right. I'm going to do this really quick since I have quite a few things that I just want to talk about real quick. And the whole idea here is, if something catches your interest or if a group of people are interested in any of these, just let me know. It would be fun to work on at least one of these things. So first off, boop. Big red button for geographic notification. So correlate geographic locations with a store or city or something of that facility. I said faculty on the thing of some kind. It would be really cool to be able to say, this is a lot like a few of the apps out there that try to report issues geographically, but a little simpler. Just do it real quick. Don't have to worry about the logging in, logging out. Just get it out there real quick. So report issues or broadcast events like, basically the reason this came up was because I was 15th in line at a single checker situation in the grocery store. I was like, if I could just call the manager, they might be able to hail somebody to start manning other lines. I don't know what their management's like, but there was a problem. I wanted to at least notify somebody. It's not like I was just going to start screaming in the middle of the store. I could have, but I didn't.
Notice the 15 people standing in line. Are they going to be checking an app?
It's ways for checkout lines.
It's ways for checkout lines, yeah. Or problems in grocery store aisles. Maybe trail problems. This is a common app that comes up is we need to report issues of trails, as well as correlate appropriate to appropriate systems somewhere else. Like, so if there was a traffic problem, it would actually end up on Waze or Google Traffic or something else like that, and so on.
I really want to go hiking, but there's 14 people in front of me.
Yeah, that would actually, no one would care. So
you could probably do something like that for APD as well.
like there's 5 cops pulled over this one person. Boop.
Are you infringing on Life Alert?
Yeah. Okay, next one up. Sorry, is what you up to, and this is something that I've been kind of hacking on and off of for a while. So the idea is ad hoc time management. There's a lot of time management systems out there that is like, would you like to plan your time and then have us basically present you with a calendar of what you should be doing? That's not how people with ADD work like me. So I would like something that says, what have you been doing? And then be able to tag it appropriately. So basically mobile desktop integration, ask you about the last X minutes. Okay, you asked me about the last 15 minutes. I'm doing something, ask me again in 30 minutes. Or ask me again in 15 minutes. I'll actually tag it with all the project IDs or stuff that says I'm doing housework, stuff like that. So just basically really intense tagging system for time that tries to help you be accountable as well as be able to pull up a summary of things you have been doing and understand what you've been doing.
It's a micromanager's dream, right?
Well, yeah, well, there's a lot of movement there. I don't know if you've read anything about the Get Things Done stuff, but that might fit in a little well with that.
Well, it's not
but
just
a more compatible version for people like me.
Yeah, it's not just productivity. It seems like it's also like an accountability app.
Right.
That's really cool.
Next one is Listiggy. This one is an online portal for things within things and associating the appropriate metadata for it. Using rich tag methods like tag to date or tag to due date or tag to location. The whole concept there is I have so much stuff at my house, and so do you, because we all overbuy or we have things that we bought in the past that got outdated that someone else wants. Or we have a ton of stuff in our house that we'd actually like to catalog for some reason, and some of that is, maybe we should actually do an asset inventory of what we have and send that off to an insurance adjuster. Or maybe we should say, all of the stuff in this room needs to be gone in 20 days or I'm giving you a divorce. And you can make a tag for that. And then you can just drag all that stuff over to a garage sale in 19 days. So that's kind of the goal there. Things within things, hopefully generic enough to work for a lot of people. So basically establish a trade recycling system for dead weight. Offer private solutions to notify holders that users have put something out there saying, hey, I want this really, really interesting video card that no longer exists. And then someone, evaluates it at some point, or somebody throws it up there at some point. They don't ever bother listing on eBay. They don't ever bother doing anything else like that. They also don't put it out there publicly so that people can see it. But behind the scenes, it's just like, hey, we noticed you had this thing. Is it dead weight? So try to get rid of it. I think this is the last, is Push, which is actually really appropriate for hackathons and trying to get things prototyped well. One of the major shortcomings is, sure, you can program in Ruby, or you can program, in Python. You can use all the cool mobile frameworks, or all the cool frameworks, but you don't know how to exactly get that into the mobile area yet. And a lot of that is just getting feedback from mobile users. And this could be anything from many of the things I've already mentioned to, well, I don't know. I'm not going to, okay. So basically, using the Apple push notification system or the, I don't remember what GCM stands for because they changed it recently. But pushing from the cloud to mobile devices using the mobile platform specific way of doing things, putting up notifications and allowing people to respond to those notifications using an HTTP API means that anybody who's made a Django app that needs to do this stuff, that needs to talk to this mobile user, that needs to get feedback in a very specific way can do that through a mobile or a desktop means as long as everything's cool. The idea there is if this works well enough, you can just say, hey, you registered with this email address at some point on my system. We just implemented this feature. I'm just going to push it to your email address, and if you've ever logged in with this API before, I'm going to send it to the devices that you've registered to that email address. Then this gives a really interesting way of just saying, okay, somebody wants to publish some information to you real quick. They want to ask you a question. How have you been doing on the website? Or did you happen to notice this dog walking across? Because I just noticed you were near that dog when they were reported missing. That kind of stuff. So that's what push is all about. Questions about one of those?
I really like the accountability. The watch up to. I think that one has a lot of great, awesome.
Yeah, that one's going to help me out a lot.
Could you like look at that one to like even publish, like
so
lack of productivity on Facebook, like a telltale app?
Social shaming.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good idea. Shane is not doing work right now.
Yeah.
You all know that, though.
Like Pandora, where it reports what you're listening. What Shane's not doing.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. Did you have a question? Okay.
There was somebody had a question over there. All right.
Shane, I haven't done APNS myself, but is it against Apple's TOS to have like a generic alert app that people would install on their phone to get the notifications that would be, called from an API?
No.
Second question, I know there's like push notification services out there already. Is it even possible to deliver something like this without monetizing it?
You wouldn't have to monetize this. Actually, part of this, the notification system is if this were simple enough so that people could host their own server, get their own codes, get their own everything else like that, make that all possible for them, then they could do it, completely 100% granola. But I believe the best way to approach this is to provide the option to do that, as well as provide the option to just have a centralized place where people can pay if they need to have more traffic going through it. And I don't necessarily see that as being even a major landmark in the development of this. I see that as being we forgot to get paid, that kind of thing. So, yeah.
How did the accountability app differ from Toggle's desktop app?
Sometimes, actually, let me rephrase that. 99% of the time, I forget to tell Toggle or anything else what I'm about to do.
Yeah.
And I'd rather tell it what I just did.
I see you just switched. Would you like to switch projects? Doesn't it do that too? Because I haven't used it in a while.
Exactly. What I really like about the What's Up To idea is we actually have something that says, hey, what have you been up to for the last 15 minutes? Very simple interface, tag, tag, tag. These are the projects I've been working on in parallel. They're under this group.
Yeah.
I'm at work. I'm at this location on the planet. All this other stuff can come into it from that so that I can start tracking a lot of my personal productivity. But as far as how Toggle works and how, I can't even think of the name of any of the other ones, they're more interested in, you are about to start doing some work, you better click this button, otherwise we won't account for it. And if you don't click this button, you're going to have to go through 5 different screens just to say, I need to edit this so that I can go back 10 minutes.
Right.
And that's what I'd like to avoid. Because I have used time trackers on Android devices, and it's very similar to that. Is okay, I have to actually remember, first off, that I need to go back and adjust my time.
Yeah. If you have free time, I'll show you something after this.
Oh, that'd be sweet. Okay. Anyways, that's all I had, folks. And I wanted to wrap up just one thing real quick. We do have a lot of people that have said stuff. Oh, sorry, I'm not wrapping up anything. Brendan is ready to go, but we do have some people that have some projects that that might hit the mailing list afterwards, not necessarily presented. So just make sure you're a registered developer. I'll put you on the list. We're good to go.
Okay,